today we will start the new concept, that is the exception handling. Okay, today we will starting the exception handling. So what is meant by exception? Anyone knows? Don't see here. Okay, tell me like that. So what is meant by exception in real world? You can tell me in real world also. Whoever came from the first class now that knows. I think I tell in first class only. What is the exception? Huh? During runtime only. You cannot get compile time. Right. Your daily routine is this one. So one day what happened? Your bike is punctured. So that is the exception or error? Exception or error? Suppose your bike is punctured. So that is the exception or error. During coming to the search, your bike is punctured. Here exception or error? Exception. Why exception? Why not error? Huh? Yes. So and another one is the another reason anyone have? Another reason anyone have? Why we are calling exception only? Huh?
Exception we can handle it.
Yes, exception we can handle it. Suppose we want to come to the search. Okay. Suppose we want to come to the search. So what we will do, if our bike will puncture also, we will take the auto and we will come. Or by walk also we will come. Suppose we had the accident. So can we come? Anyone can come. No, any one person can come. No, I want to go to search like that. It will come. If I have head and hand also broke, that time also I will come. So that person have the so much confidence. No? Okay, different thing. So exception means the exception a fatal error that will be handled. Okay, exception means it is the error only, but that can be handled. That is called as the exception. But the error means it is the fatal error that cannot be handled. That is called as the error. Okay, so what we saw in real example, if our bike puncture also, so what we will do is we will find the alternative ways to solve that exception, right? So that is meant by exception handling. And error means that it is a fatal error that cannot be handled. That is called as the exception. If you see here, what is an exception? An exception is unwanted or unexpected event which occur during the execution of the program. Okay, which occur during the execution of the program, and that will disrupt the normal flow of the program also. Okay, means what is our daily routine? We have to come to the search. But suppose one day our bike will be punctured. So what it is doing? It is disturbing our normal flow of program, right? We are coming to search and it is our common flow, right? So that is only known as or the unexpected event which occur during the execution of the program. While coming to the search, our bike will puncture means while execution of the program. Okay, and it will disturb our normal flow of program. That is only the exception. And what is meant by the exception handling? Then the exception handling is one of the powerful mechanism to handle the runtime errors so that the normal flow of application can be maintained. So what is the exception handling means? If we have an exception also, so what we will do, we will find the alternative ways to handle that exception. We are not repairing that exception or we are not removing that exception. Just we are finding the alternative ways to that exception and alternative ways of that exception, that is known as the exception handling. Okay, and there are many ways to handle the exception. I like a try and catch. Okay, so if we see the difference between the exception and error, so exception first point is that exception occurs because of our program. Okay, if you are writing our program and suppose if you are doing any mistakes, okay, in our program, so that is called as the exception. Means or the exception programmer is responsible. No, by the programmer we are getting the exception, and error occur because of the lack of system resources. What does it mean? Suppose that is called as the error, right? If we have to display something and the display is not there, that is the another error. No, after that exception are recoverable, means we can easily recover the exception, but error are not the recoverable. And who is responsible for the exception? That is the programmer. Okay, and who is responsible for the error? That is the lack of resources. Lack of system resources is responsible for the error. Okay, exception are have two types, that is the compile time exception, or we can say that is the checked exception, or and the another type is that is the runtime exception, or we can say that is the unchecked exception. And if you talk about the error, so error only have the one type, that is the runtime exception or the unchecked exception. Hierarchy, this is the hierarchy of the exception. See, what is the first one? What is the at which class at the topmost side? Yeah, parent class of the all the classes inside the Java. That all you know that, right? Object is a parent class of the all the classes present inside the Java. After that, throwable is there, right? Throwable. After that, exception and error is there. Exception having lots of example like class not found exception, IO exception. Inside the IO exception, we have three exception again: EO exception, file not found. After that, interrupt exception. No, you are showing no. That is the exception, and the red color line is the error. Okay, that is the error. The arithmetic exception, class cast exception. These are the see the runtime exception are coming into the exception, but this we can call this as a error also. Okay, these are present inside the exception as well as the error also. If we see the error, assertion error, linkage error, then virtual machine error, these all are the error, and these all are the exception like arithmetic error, class cast exception, null pointer exception. These all are the error, and these all are the these all are the exception, and these are all are the error. And exception having the two types. First one is the runtime exception, and another one is the compile time exception. And remember one thing, if you notice here, we have a two types: compile time exception and the runtime exception. Many people confuse between that. Compile time exception means compile time exception, that will the exception which is come at the compile time, and runtime exception means the exception which is come at the runtime. That only known as the compile and runtime. So always remember that exception will always come at the runtime, not at the compile time. Okay, exception always come at the runtime, not at the compile time. Okay, there is the compile time and the runtime. Okay, okay, this is the thing, and this is the hierarchy of the exception. That is the these are all the exception. If you want to see this, you can see the you can learn these things also. That is the what is meant by class not found exception, IO exception. If you are doing the program regularly, then you can easily understand what is this mean. Okay, after that runtime, inside the runtime example also we have arithmetic exception and all. Now we will try to solve one example. Okay, we will try to do one example. Suppose I am writing this example, and I am removing this one, and here I am writing IU. Okay, okay, now if I print this one, so what will be the output we will get? What will be the output? Simple only, no? 1 2 then 3 then 4 5 6 7. Right, if I run this one, same output we will get. This one from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like that we will get. Okay, now I am writing like that: 100 divided by 50 I am writing. Now what will be the output? Arithmetic exception. 100 divided by 50, 1 then 2 3 4 then 2. Okay, 5 6 7. Okay, so here arithmetic exception will come, or we will get 2 here. Arithmetic exception or 2 we will get here. Arithmetic exception, why bro? 15 divided by 100 divided by 15, 2 we will get by here. How we will get arithmetic exception? See, if I run this one, simply we will get 1, then 2, 3, 4, and again we are getting 2 here, then 5 6 7. Now if I write here 100 divided by 0, now this time we will get the arithmetic exception. 1 2 3 4 we are getting here, it will come, so it will throw the arithmetic exception. So if any exception will come, so how it will be handled that, and what JVM will do, exception will come to this point. So what happened inside? Okay, what happened inside, we will see that. So simply I will come to the pane. Okay, and simply what we will do, we will come to the Eclipse, and we will simply copy this from the class. Okay, I copied this one. We'll come here on the pen and simply we'll create this. Okay, this is the thing. Now see, where JVM will come first, inside the main method. It will execute 1 2 3 4 like that. Right. After that, JVM will come to this line. Which line it will come? Which one? Okay, inside the fifth line it will come here. Right, and here it will throw the exception. It have the exception, no? So what JVM will do? JVM will abnormally terminate the program here. What it will do? Abnormally terminate the program. On which line? On 100 divided by 0 is there, no? On that line, what it will do? It will abnormally terminate the program. If you see the output also, see, if I run this one again, if I run as and run as the Java application, sorry, okay, so what it will do till 4, see 1 2 3 4, it will be execute all the things. After that it is not executing anything, it is throwing the exception. So what it will do, it will print all the things, what are the upside there, no, it will print all the things. But if it saw the exception, it will be abnormally terminate the program, and after that it will throw, means whatever things JVM will do, that things it will print. So what JVM will do first, it will abnormally terminate the program, and after that it will create an object. Okay, in whatever method it have the exception, that method will create an object. Okay, in which method exception is occur? Inside the main method. No, see, this is the main method. Inside the main method exception is occur. So the main method will create an object, and inside the object we it have returned the three things. What are the three things? That is the exception name, description, and the stack trace. Okay, what it will do, see, suppose we are writing the program. Okay, till 4 it will execute the program normally. After that, here is the exception. So what it will do, it will JVM will first abnormally terminate the program. In whatever method the exception is occur, that method will create an object like that, and inside the object it will add three things. That is the exception name, description, and the stack trace. So suppose I'm writing here, what is the first thing? Exception name. After that, description, and after that stack trace. Okay, simply it will add these three things inside this object. After that, object is created, abnormally program is terminated. Sorry, firstly abnormally terminate the program, object is created. Now what JVM will ask to that method. Okay, JVM will ask to that method, it is handling the exception or not. If it is handling exception, we can handle with the try catch block, and whatever we write inside the try catch block, it will be executed, right? And if you do, it will handle, it will pass that object to the default exception handler, and default exception handler will print that whatever things present inside the object, that things JVM default in the default exception handler will print that. So suppose see, what will happen, what is happening here. So first four thing are done, four thing print on the console. Here is the exception. So what it will do, abnormally terminate the program. After that, it will create that this main method created the object. Inside the object, it is added the three things: exception name, description, and the stack trace. After that, what JVM will do? JVM asks to this method, that is, it is handling the exception or not. So it is here we are handling the exception or not? No, we are not handling. No, we are using here try catch anything. No, no, nothing. We are not using anything here. So what it will do? It will pass that object to the default exception handler. Okay, it will pass that object to the default exception handler, and default exception handler will print that object. Whatever things present inside that, it will print that object. So inside this object, what we have, that is the exception name. After that, we have a description. So see here we are not handled any exception. So see what JVM will do. JVM will ask this main method if you are handling the exception or not. So it is not handling the exception. It is pass that object to the default exception handler. Default handler will print that object. So inside the object we have three things. First thing is the, see here, sorry, this is not this one. This is the exception name. Which exception occur here? That is the arithmetic exception. After that, what is the second thing we have? Description. So see here, why, which means due to this error is occur, no, due to this the exception is occur, divide by 0. If we divide by 0, then arithmetic exception is occur. So this is the description. After that, stack trace means on which line, on which package the exception is occur, it will print that here at basic.test.main. Basic means my package name. After that, test means my class name, and main is the method name. In this method I have a exception, it will print that. Okay, this the first one is the, this one is the exception name, this one, and this one stack trace. Where it have written this one, what happen here? So first it will see first what it will do, abnormally terminate the program there. After that, it will, that method wherever the exception is occur, that method will create an object, and inside that object it will have three things, that is the exception name, description, and the stack trace. After that, JVM asks this method, are you handling the exception or not? So this method is handling the exception? No. So what it will do? It will pass that object to the default exception handler, and default exception handler will print that object simply. Right? Simple doubt till here. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? I will explain you again. No worries. Okay. So now we have to handle these exceptions. So for that we have 5 ways. That is try, catch, finally, throw, and throw. Okay. We have these 5 keywords inside the exception handling. So we will try with the try today with the try and catch. So how we will write that? So wherever exception is occur, okay. Suppose might be in this line exception is occur. Maybe in this line exception will occur. So we will write this code inside the try catch. Suppose see, I will tell you how try catch block we will write. Simply I will tell you the syntax. Simply we will write if else, okay, like if else. Simply we will write here try, and after that simply we will write here a catch, and inside that we will write a start from here, we will end with here, okay. And inside the try what we will write simply, okay, inside the try we will write the risky code. Risky code means maybe in this line here a exception will occur. That line we will write inside the try. Suppose in this line I knows that maybe in this line exception will occur. So I will write this line inside the try block. Okay, okay. And inside the catch block, what we will write? Handling code. If exception will occur, so what will be the alternative ways? If exception will occur, so something we have to return. No, it have to, we don't have to terminate the program, it have to print something new, okay, it have to print something new. We have means that time we are writing here the handling code. I will tell you by the example, that time you will easily understand. And inside this block what we will write? The exception name and the reference variable, okay, reference variable parentheses, okay, just exception and the reference variable. So how we will write that? Simply, so see here. Here our exception is occur. Okay, here exception is occur. So inside the exception handling, what we are doing? We are finding the alternative ways to that exception. Right? We are not removing the exception. We are just finding the alternative ways to handle the exception, and we don't want to abnormally terminate our program. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is printing, but here our program is abnormally terminating. 5, 6, 7 is not printing. So for that, what we will do? Simply we will write here the try and the catch block. So how we will write? Simply I am write here try. I have removed that one, and simply I will write here the program where here the exception will occur. I know that here exception will occur, so I have wrote this thing inside the try. Okay. After that, we have to write simple catch block, okay. And instead that we have to write the exception name. Exception is the parent class, okay. Exception is the parent class. See here inside the hierarchy, okay. See here, exception is the parent class of the all the exception is the Java. You can write this one static exception also. So it is, I will suggest that you can write the exception name on this, means whatever exception will come, you have to write that exception only. And after that you can take any variable, that is the reference variable. Okay. After that, inside the catch block, what we will write? We will write any alternative solution. So here 100 by 0, it is giving the exception. Simply we will write here system.out. Okay. And here we will write cannot, anything we will write cannot divide by 0. Simply I am writing like that. Okay. Simply I am writing like that. What it will do? See, if I run this one, now see the out. See, 7 it is printing. How? So we are used here the try. So what it will do? First it is printing 1 to the statement. Suppose I am writing here this time 15. Now what will be the output? 2, no? 2. It will print cannot divide by 0. If exception will occur, that time only it will come to the catch block. Same like if else. In if else condition, what? When it will be goes to the else block, when our condition is false. When our condition, same like that, if exception will occur here, in that time only it will come to the catch block. Otherwise it will not come to the catch block. See, if I run this one again, see, now it is coming to the catch block. No, cannot divide by 0, it is not printing. See what it is printing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 is printing, and after that 5, 6, 7. So now cannot divide by 0. You can write anything here. If you want to print anything, that is print stack. If you want to print, you can simply print here trace. Okay, there are three ways to print the stack trace. Simply, if I write like that, e dot print stack trace, what it will do? It will print that simple object, but it will not terminate the program. It is not abnormally terminate the program. See, 567 is printing, and it is printing the print stack trace, but it is not print. It is not abnormally terminate the program because okay. It is coming to the catch block. Simply, if you want to print any another way, so you can write here e dot uh, print. I forget that thing. Get message system. Okay, so sorry. You can print like that also. If you want to print this one, this is the